Yo, welcome to the broadcast. My name is Mike Reed. We are going to let a few people come on in before we get started. Got a lot going on in the industry. It's about that time when things start getting a little dicey, prices start going up, locations start closing. But we're gonna let take this off. I still can't find any freaking glasses. But we're gonna get started in just a minute. Till then, we're gonna go with this. Just remember. Just remember, you are more than welcome to come on the show. As you come in, like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel.
Music licensing reimagined.
How good of you to join us.
Yo. Yeah, you are an early adopter, my friend. How was training class? You went to training today? Because today is 11th. How was training, my friend? Let me prep some of these pictures.
Artlist.io.
Photographs. All right. Those are live. Building it as we fly it.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's see here. What is True doing? Yes. So True is welcoming all of you in with 10%. Let me make this a little bigger. Service provider 10. When you sign up, True is giving you 10% off on your first purchase. Yeah, it's once you get into training, you really have to figure out where you're going to draw the line at, because the downfall of training is you can get so involved, so wrapped up with the learning phase, you never go to the next step, which is implementing. Because once you start implementing, that's when you start to grow. So now you get to realize what you do not know. Let me make that bigger. Once you start implementing, you find out what you don't know, and then you have to go back to training again. I've explained this to many people in the past, and it does take a couple of years for that to kick in. They think they get the training and they're all good, but no. You get the training, you get out there, catch that baptism by fire, and then armed with the information armed with what you're shaky on, that's when you go back, and now you focus on that when you go back for training. And it don't stop. It don't stop. So then once you tackle that hurdle, then you're going to end up with the next level of difficulty in training. All right, so let's see here. Sir Anthony says, I'm getting my ducks in order so that I can go out and start promoting my business for 2026. No, sir, you're doing it backwards. That is not getting your ducks in a row. Sir, that is backwards. You need to go out and introduce yourself to people. When you introduce yourself to prospective clients, you ask them for a walkthrough. When you go on the walkthrough, then you see what equipment they have. You're going to see if they have leasing stickers on their ice machines or not. You're going to ask them if they own their ice machines. You're going to ask them what they own and what they do not own. Once you find out what equipment they have, that is what you focus on. But going out and getting training, you can go out and get training. And if none of your customers have any of that equipment, you have just misused your time. So you need to get out there. You need to find out, because everyone's under this illusion. Everyone's under this illusion that they're going to go out and talk to a customer and then they're going to start running today. They're going to just boom, start doing 10, 15 calls a day. And just every person that they meet, they're going to start running calls on with that client. That is fairyland. And Brother Frank, what's happening with you? What's happening, Brother Frank? As a matter of fact, that is operating on this right here.
Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this and that endeavor. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high on hopes. Be high on hopes.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, you are running off of hope. You are high on that hopium. Because in your mind, you're under the misbelief. You have tricked yourself into thinking that just because you appear, and now the customer goes crazy. Oh, you're gonna have all these applause because you've shown up. You're the savior. They're happy, right? You're like, oh my God, oh, he's here. Our business is saved. It doesn't work like that, bro. It doesn't work like that. You need to find out, you need to let these people know that you exist. You need to let them know at what level you're at. Hey, I'm a small independent, just coming over from residential, and I'm going to be tackling this commercial side. Do you mind if I see what kind of equipment? Do you mind telling me what kind of issues that you have? And if now is a busy time, I can come back another day, another time, and we can go over all this equipment. You can tell me what kind of problems you're having with it. And I would like to be the one to tackle these issues that you're having with your equipment. Because everyone has problems with their equipment. This is not the residential side. Here on this side, equipment requires constant maintenance. Most service technicians that work for a company are very disgruntled, partially because of the way that they feel like they're treated, but mainly because they are dealing with the same things day in and day out, the same pieces of equipment that's being misused, that whole thing. So you need to introduce yourself to any and all potential clients, find out what equipment they have, and then you'd start to tackle the training for that. It's like, why would you spend $2,000 and 4 or 5 days going to Carpenter Johnny to get K3 training, or even the main, what do they call it, like main equipment training, if you don't have a single ice cream shop that you're taking care of, if you don't have a single McDonald's that you're going to be taking care of. That is training that you could put on the back burner. Which you need to find out what equipment that your customers have, what they're using. Maybe everybody's using Frosty Factory. If that's the case, you might want to spend a little time getting training on that. If everyone in your market has Pitco, if that's their favorite, why would you spend time with FryMaster? Why would you spend time with Ultrafire when everybody's got Pitco? Maybe they have Royal. So those are things that you're going to want to focus on. You're not going to want to focus on whatever training's out there. You need to be a little more specific. Since we got about 11 minutes in, let me hit you guys with the AI lady.
Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly engage with Mike and discuss ideas on all things related to commercial appliances. Without further delay, here is your host. Welcome to...
Oh, sorry about that. Yes. Okay. So now that the AI has introduced you to me, all right, let me go over some of the latest and greatest. Oh, let me give you guys the link so that you can ask your questions. You are all welcome to come on up. Let's see. What about you, Sir Anthony? You want to come on up and ask your questions? You can leave your camera off if you're shy. It's all right. It's all right. All right. All right. If you're shy. All right. I thought that I was supposed to get as much ICE training as I can get under my belt as a start. Here's the thing with that. An isomatic is not like a Hoshizaki. A Hoshizaki and an isomatic is not like a Follett. A Follett is not like a Manitowoc or isomatic or Hoshizaki. Istro is like, some of their models are like a Manitowoc. Istro has some models that are like Hoshizaki. In your market, for what you are qualified for what you might attract, you might just get Blue Air ice machines. You might just get Max ice machines, for which there are no training classes. Oh, you don't need a mic and headphone. You don't need, so you say your mic and your headphones are stashed away. You look forward to coming up once you can do it from your phone. You can call up from your phone. It's just a link. You can tap on the link from your phone, and that's the nice thing. I'm using StreamYard. StreamYard and Comcast have been having problems lately. I got shut out during the last stream, and I saw even yesterday, people that were making broadcasts on YouTube were cut out and their video was choppy up to yesterday. So I don't know how long that this is going to last, but you can hit that link using your phone. You don't need to use a computer, and you can come on up, and this will go a whole lot quicker. But for all of you guys that are just now tuning in, let me show you what I got up on the screen. This is with True. True is getting you 10% off of your first purchase from their online. Just hit 2 hours ago. So when you sign up for the e-store, you can actually call them up and they'll get you all signed up. You can email them, they'll get you all signed up.
Music licensing.
And your first order, they'll give you 10% off. So if you go to True, if you go to their website, they have a whole section for shopping, and you can go on there and get your stuff. There's the phone number. Now, you see on the screen, it says 7-year labor, 7-year parts, 7-year compressor. That's only on units that were created like 2 years ago. Maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, I say 2 years ago is safe. Units that were made 5 years ago don't qualify for the 7. That is only on units that were recently made. Once again, I went live, and here's an ice machine I had to clean. I just cleaned this machine 2 months ago. This is what happens when that smoke ends up in the ice machine. I just did this 2 months ago. This is congealed smoke. And you get all that pink, as you can see, you get all that pink slime in there. I was doing this every 3 months. It looks like I'm going to have to do every 2. Brother Charles was telling me about a guy that goes out to all of his ice machine customers, and he goes to them once a month. So what you do is you just break down the pricing, and instead of whatever price you're doing for every quarter, you would just break that down, and it would be the same charge. You just spread it out over 12 months. Look at that, all that pink and yellow. The health department has been out, just like a crazy person. And you'll see my client, they didn't go with me on the chemicals. They didn't realize I did chemicals. And so they went with Super Sour. Oh, Super Supreme or whatever. And they are supplying their dishwasher and everything else. They're supplying their dishwasher, they're supplying their chemicals. So I just hit them up when this lease is up. All right, let me see what else we got here. So this is the link. You can hit this link from your phone. You can call right on up. And you can have a nice, fluid conversation. But you learning at the classes, unless you go and do that expensive hands-on, you learning at the classes, it's not going to be, there you go. Oh, where the hell did you go? Oh, there you go. There you go, brother. Welcome. There you are.
Welcome, Brother Mike. How are you?
I'm all right. Now we got a voice with that. Thank you, Brother Frank. Yeah, because I was just talking with Brother Frank. I was like, man, gotta reach these guys, because everybody's on their own mission. And y'all ended up a creek without a paddle.
Well, I definitely appreciate you reaching out and taking the time, to share your expertise.
Well, that's what this is all about. And you know what? I've noticed that there are a lot of people putting some hate out. There's a lot of people putting some hate out. I've seen it. You know what? They make these comments not on the residential stuff. The same person can put out videos and pictures on residential, but when they start doing commercial or start posting commercial, then you start to see some hate. So
well, I can kind of understand why they would have the hate.
I don't
See,
know why they have the hate.
It's like you're obsessed with these hoes out here. Like every show, every time I listen in, you talk about this hoe Shizaki.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just let the hoes be hoes. You know what I mean? I'm just out here trying to make money.
You know
Hoe
what?
Shizaki, hoe Nataki.
But see,
I just want to make money.
The hoe Shizaki's outnumber us. You know what I'm saying? You can't get them all. What did your father tell you? He said, hey, man, you see all the hoe Shizakis out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, son. Yeah, Pop, let's go out down there and get some of them hoe Shizakis. Hey, no. Let's walk on down there and let's get them all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It is when you're dealing with this stuff, you can't. There's not enough time in the day. There's not enough employees. There is, dude. You can only. You know what? A good example of this is I was just talking with Brother Frank. And look, I don't care where you live. You are limited with the number of places you can go to.
Salute to Brother Frank.
Yeah, man. You're limited, man. You're limited. So, bro, people are offering $10,000 sign-on bonuses.
That's
People
crazy.
are out here. Hey, man, they're plucking 10, 15 employees at a whop from their competitors. Giving the manager 6 figures and then giving them a bonus for each employee that they bring over when they jump ship from their company. So that is the kind of thing that is happening right now. And that is happening with the large these companies that are taking care of hospitals, right? You go to a hospital, they have ice machines on every floor. They have so many ice machines. It's a single hospital. Have you done a single ice machine yet?
No.
So it takes hours to clean a single ice machine.
Yeah.
Not only does it take hours, it takes a lot of energy out of you. A lot of energy. So it is, bruh, I want to say cleaning ice machines is the most hated job by service technicians. Who we got here? Oh, Picture Man 63. What's happening?
How good of you to join us.
So, the things that I'm telling you guys to do are not things that are desired by the larger community of commercial technicians, right? Now, is it profitable? Yes, it is. Right. So Brother Frank said it takes him 4 hours to clean an ice machine. Yes. Let me see here. I did that Manitowoc today. And I'll easily say I did a door hinge on the True. I was done with that thing in like 30 minutes. But cleaning the ice machine, that Manitowoc, it took me about 4 hours. You got to disassemble everything. That's what me putting half the parts in the dishwasher.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'll put, if they have a dishwasher, I'll put whatever removable parts in the dishwasher. Let the dishwasher clean off the muck and the grime and all that stuff, and then that heat will actually help you get some of that stuff off of there. Oh no, what does Brother Frank say? It says, because you got to make sure it's working properly. Yeah. So I completely agree with Brother Frank. And that reminds me, all right. Do you have a checklist for going out on these ice machines?
Well, I was creating one, just from the stuff that I've been watching as far as videos and everything like that, making my own notes and everything.
What do you have so far?
Like just different steps of like different parts, where to start to take it apart, and then what to apply, and just go through the various steps. And right now, it's just starting off with the Manitowoc, but I was going to do it as for starting with Manitowoc, running down the different ones, whatever I can find on the internet. I just go through the videos and make notes and say, do this first, do that next, so on and so forth. Make my own checklist, but I haven't found anything online.
I was just about to say there is no such thing.
Got it.
Okay. So what I am guiding you all into and through is a very guarded, a very protected industry. These things, you were here on the last video. You saw what I was showing you. Some of these companies have been around since 1888, 1911, right? These are not, the vast majority of companies are not upstarts. Even the companies that come from another country, they had been around since World War II in these other countries. So that's actually like the start, the genesis for a lot of these manufacturers, or they were part of the war machine. And this is we're the beneficiaries of that now, just like with NASA, and we're the beneficiaries of microwave and induction and all that kind of stuff. That's the same thing. So what I'm trying to tell you is these manufacturers scrub the internet. I don't know if you remember me telling you that, hey, they threatened these other guys and say, hey, you made a video. You got to take that video down, or we're gonna get you fired. And so the other people at the cave, I don't know if you noticed. So some people they'll like throw out little stuff. Hey guy, who you work for? Hey man, those aren't regular people. Regular people don't give a shit who I work for. Those are manufacturers. Those are distributors trying to gain leverage, trying to see who the hell I'm working for, how they can shut me down, but when they realize that I don't work for anybody else, I work for myself, those little comments get calmed down. You don't see them. What is the last time you saw someone inquire about who I work for? When have you seen that?
I haven't seen it yet.
Mm-hmm. So those things, if you had been watching me from the beginning, every now and then people will come on and they'll ask some of that stuff. But you're not going to find anything on the internet. You're not going to find anything on YouTube. You're not going to find anything on Instagram or Twitter, Twitch, or whatever the hell the other stuff is. I am your source for that. I've signed myself up. I said, okay, fine, this is something that I'm going to do. I put it off over 20 plus years. So I'm here. I'm your source when I come on Mondays and Thursdays. This is when you got to hit a brother up. This is your moment. You say, hey, look, I want to put together the checklist. I don't know if you heard me talk about the checklist.
No.
Okay, so you like Brother Frank says, it takes about 4 hours to typically clean a dirty machine. All right, it could be less if it's not as bad. But before you even clean the machine, you need to see that machine make a batch of ice.
Yeah, I got that.
You are not at the level where you can fix a machine just yet. So you want to make sure that it drops a batch of ice. If there's a situation, so that's the first thing on the damn checklist. Does it make ice? Second thing on the checklist, does it make partial ice? All right, so that's one thing. A very common thing is an ice machine will make ice, and then the ice will not actually fall off the plate. That is when you have to check to see. You have a 50-50 chance. Maybe the ice doesn't fall off the plate because of something wrong with the machine, or the ice doesn't fall off the plate because it's into the scale and the calcium that's on the ice making surface. So you're going to have to see, and if you can't figure it out, you have to tell the customer this, and you need to put this in writing. I am here just to clean the machine. I am not cleaning the machine does not guarantee that it is going to work. But once the machine is clean, any technician will then work on the machine. Like I said before, technicians don't like cleaning ice machines. Never met a single technician that liked cleaning ice machines.
Okay.
So, and matter of fact, it is like a company policy. Like they won't work on the machine if it's not clean, because now they got to spend all this time cleaning the machine just to get to the point where they can start doing the diagnostic on the machine, diagnosing just, is it low on charge? Is the chill plate separated? Is the evaporator missing its coating? You have all these hosts of issues that you have to check. And are you aware of my viewpoint on photos?
Yes.
Okay. As many photos as possible from as many angles. You see, I got pictures here on the screen. Photos, photos, photos. You want everything. Until you get paid, you do not get rid of those damn pictures. If that customer does not, if that location does not become a customer of yours, you still want to keep the photos. You especially want to keep any model and serial number, because that's another thing that you want. You want model and serial number. It needs to be on your checklist. Model and serial number. You need to hit it with the disclaimer. You need to make sure it drops any batch of ice. And if it doesn't, then you have to go and make an educated guess as to whether it's something that it needs to be cleaned and then it's going to work, or this thing actually has a more serious issue. And you need to stop and that, because you're so new and because you don't have backup, you need to let that customer know and see if they're willing to go forward from that point on. Because I'm going to say over 75% of the time, they're going to say, yeah, go ahead. Because they know it's got to be cleaned anyway. They know it has to be cleaned anyway. And they know that when people come by and it's dirty, they say, oh, no, it's the compressor, and they run away. So once you make sure that it's you see it drop ice, or that it actually does make ice and in struggles, then you can go from there. So that needs to be your checklist. That needs to be your checklist, and you can use ChatGPT, Grok, any one of them to create the verbiage on your disclaimer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need to relay that information to AI, and then AI can give you a nice little statement, and you print that out and make sure they freaking sign that thing. Make sure they sign it. So it's just one of those things, because you're just starting out. A very, very common thing that these people say is that, oh, this machine was working before you touched it.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute, what the hell you mean the machine was I didn't just magically appear. This thing wasn't working, bro. This thing wasn't working. And Brother Frank says, yes, because you got to make sure it's working properly. Yes, sir. Yeah, the untouchables. So, you know what? You have to protect yourself. You got to protect your future business. And those are things that you need to do. You could do it all in a night. But the pictures speak 1,000 words. So if there was a case where they say they you damaged the machine and they take you to small claims court, when you appear at small claims court, you now have what? You now have pictures of the condition of it. You would then have the statement saying, hey, look, this machine only made, it makes ice, but it doesn't drop it. And this guy said, yeah, he was willing to take the chance on me cleaning it to see if that would help the machine continue and complete the cycle. So those are all things that you need to have. That is what you need to have in mind. How would you defend yourself if this person said that you were in the wrong? And if you don't have pictures, you don't have any video, then it's just your word against theirs. And let me tell you, they're going to side with that owner every time, every freaking time, every time against you. You're going to be a scammer. You're going to be a con artist. You don't know what you're doing. It's going to be all those type of things.
Okay, so your checklist is basically 5 items, 5 fundamental items.
For you, it is. Mine
Okay.
goes much further than that. I go
Okay.
much deeper than that.
Okay.
Much deeper. But you don't know what you're looking at. So I'm not going to tell you to check floats. I'm not going to tell you to check ice thickness probes. You don't know what you're looking at. So the KISS method, you got to keep it simple. That is your best protection, is just see if the damn thing makes ice. And if the thing stops along the way, you got to take notes. You got to let the customer know. Say, hey, look, man, this thing, this thing won't even start. Are you going to sign off on this thing? You got to sign off on this thing. That is because in the customer's mind, cleaning fixes everything. Oh, you cleaned it. How come it's not working? Because it's got a bad intake valve. There's no water coming in. No water, no ice. Right? No water, no ice. What are you expecting? Oh, the last guy, it wasn't working. He cleaned it. It started working. Yeah, but this one actually has a bad fill valve. So you got to have this repaired. So that's what protects you from those situations, because you're not a shark, but you're dealing with people that are sharks. You must keep that in mind. You're dealing with business owners.
Got it.
You're not dealing with the
Warranty
woman
customers
born and trying to nurse the baby, and we'll go take care of it, and I got to go put the baby to bed and all this stuff. You're not dealing with that anymore. You're dealing with business owners that would get over on you, as easy as they would say good morning.
Okay.
And keep in mind, they will file a claim on your insurance. Yeah. So they'll try to file a claim. They'll take it to small claims court because they want, they'll say, oh, I missed out on $2,000 of ice because the guy didn't fix my machine and I had to pay somebody else to fix the machine, and he told me he can do it. And protection.
Got it.
So those are the things, and you're not going to find this online. Those are the things that you want to protect yourself with. Let me see here. What else do you have going on? What other fantasy can I crush?
But sometimes it's hard to know what I don't know. So I try to write down questions as I'm going about my day.
Yeah, but I don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, so for right now, I guess this covers it.
No, it does not. No.
Okay.
You don't stop there. You don't stop there. You must push forward. So here's an Atosa. And my advice to any newcomer: do not touch the Atosa. Stay away from the Atosa.
I think I have that in my notes. You said that before.
Yeah, I said that a long time ago. So you've been following me for what, 2 years?
No, only about 6 months.
Really? I said this 6 months ago. All right, so this is.
Well, I've been going through all your old videos. I go through your library every day,
okay,
so I can go back.
All right. Well, all right. So this customer, I don't have that many that have an Atosa. I am one of Atosa's Gen 1 service technicians. They didn't have an ice machine back then. This is the newer edition. This one, he bought this brand new. So this is a R290. And once again, just like with a refrigerator where it pokes holes in the evaporator, this one actually leaked out refrigerant. I don't have the pictures. Damn, I don't have the pictures on this. I think I have it on my tablet. But it had a refrigerant leak. So in this customer, he always calls the manufacturer. Even I have a very strained relationship with Atosa. So they recommended someone else to him, even though I'm his service provider for the dishwasher, I'm his service provider for the bar backs, refrigerators, and he knows I do the Atosa, but he still wanted to call the factory instead of asking me. And so now it's been 3 days since ice machine is still down. Stay away. Stay away. This is not for the beginner. This machine, it is unlike most refrigerators. I mean, it's unlike most ice machines in the US. It is pretty much built like a refrigerator. And it just issues. Just issues. And a toasted tech support is difficult to deal with. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
You're gonna need to check the health department, right? Whether you reach out to them over the phone or whether you go on the website, you're gonna need to go out and check the health department. That is the best place to get started.
Yeah.
With these people that have filthy ice machines. You're not gonna get a pushback on the price. You're not going to get a pushback. Now, those are the ones that they're going to ask you to start right then and there because the clock is ticking. They only have a few days to get this stuff going. Once that tag is on there, let me see what else we got going on. Let me see what else. So the training that you received, it is a basic rudimentary training. It's really the training that you had today really just sets you up for I mean, not you, but it's for technicians that are already in the field that
Yeah.
have additional questions. So you witnessed it, right?
Yes.
Now, how big was that class?
There were about 40 guys in there.
Really? At you paid $35?
Just 30.
30
And
bucks?
I got a lot of swag.
You got your, how many books did you get? 4, 5?
Yeah, 4 books. And
4
I won a couple of prizes.
Oh, you paid attention to taking notes, huh?
Yeah.
Now, I must ask you, did you get up during the break and did you walk to the machines? Did you take a look at them?
Yeah.
Good. Did you talk to the instructor after the class was over with?
I talked to him briefly.
Oh.
But throughout the class, he was covering a lot of stuff that I guess questions I had at the time.
I think you are going to be problematic, my friend.
Oh.
Now, so did you get his business card?
I didn't. Oh man, no, I didn't.
You would have gotten his direct number if you would have talked to him at the end of class. Let him know that you're new to the business. Let him know that you might need a little help and that you're looking for to start out with cleaning. He can help guide you on that path. He would then facilitate some of these calls with the distributor in your area. But if you don't talk to these people, they don't know. They don't know what you know. They don't know what you don't know.
Got it.
We're not mind readers, brother. We're not mind readers.
Yeah.
Brother Frank says, yeah, he said, you're gonna be all right, King. Yep. Brother Frank says, keep at it. But you need to talk to people. It is not detrimental to you to let people in the industry know that you are fresh, that you are new, that you are learning. They are so sick and tired of those guys. Those guys that you sitting there. Did you hear how many were complaining? Did you hear how many were moaning and fussing?
Yeah, I heard some grumbles.
Yeah. Now, that's that instructor. That's what he deals with all the time. He's a one-man complaint department. He's got these guys that want to tell him how they should re-engineer the machine and this weird situation he had and why did they do it that way and they should go back to the old style and this, that, and the other. But then you come up and you're like, hey, I'm new to this thing. Brother, their eyes light up. They get a smile comes across their face. You would have thought it was a kid on Christmas.
Wow.
Because they get to tell somebody something about the business and they're not going to get any pushback. It's going to be everything that they're telling you is going to be well received. And they don't deal with that. They deal with complaints on the daily. Did your instructor have gray hair?
Yeah.
This is a very stressful position. You understand? It is a very stressful position. Let's see what other people say. Very stressful. And to run across someone who is new to the business, that is open and receptive to learning, that is, I mean, they're over the moon when they run into that kind of stuff. They love it. They love that. And they are going to do whatever they can to make sure you're successful, make sure that you're not frustrated. Now, that instructor, their information is on that list, their email, all that kind of stuff. My advice to you is to shoot that instructor an email and let them know that you attended the class. Let them know that you won the glasses or the flashlight or the tool set or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
And ask that instructor, what is the best way that you can get cleaning jobs from your local distributor? And you know, you'd be surprised. These people remember you. They remember, especially because you're a new face. We see the same people in these damn training classes year after year after year. Like, who was in your class? Was Coke there? Was Pepsi there?
Culligan was the main one there. Yeah.
Oh, Culligan.
Yeah. That's the main one I thought was Culligan.
Interesting. And did you see all the vehicles in the parking lot?
Oh yeah, a lot of vehicles.
Now, be honest with you. Be honest with me. Were you a little intimidated?
No, not really. I try not to walk like that. You know, I've looked at it like my competitions, and I'm like the new guy.
Well, they're not your competition. They are you with you. So Pelican is buying those units and leasing those units.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, but I try not to be too intimidated. You know,
no, I mean,
when I enter a room.
Is when you pull up in the parking lot and you see all those $1,000 vans, and over $250,000 worth of tools and parts in them vans. You know what I'm saying? They got their logo on it. Come on, man. It's impressive.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely impressive. Yes, you know, and that's why I'm trying to strive for instead of my little tiny truck.
Don't fall for that one. Don't fall. Just be you. Just do what you can do. This business is solely dependent on your brain power. Right? You can't force it. You can't. There's no. Only other thing you can do is hire someone that has technical experience. But I'm trying to shorten this learning curve that you're going to have to go through. Right? I'm trying to shorten that learning curve. But now you see that there's money in them there hills, right? See, there wasn't a room full of broke people. There's people struggling by any means.
Not at all.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me read this one from Ronnie Wagner. I've been watching a few of your videos, and I'm very impressed with the content and sincerity. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I really do. I had no idea brothers were even online with the tech community, and I've been doing this for 20 years. Yeah. It is a new tech community. Um, I'm new and all in. Yeah. Hey, you are welcome.
How good of you to join us.
And
being involved and being active on his YouTube channel. Well, welcome back.
so, the whole reason why I'm here is because there's nowhere for independence to turn. There's no cut path. There's no path to take you from residential to commercial. And there's no way set up for you to even be successful. Once you journey on over to the commercial side, it's very easy to fall into pitfalls on this side.
Yeah.
At the age that we are all at, I would prefer to not have people have to go through a 5-10 year learning curve.
Yeah.
Brother Frank says, "Hey," he says, "Welcome, Mr. Ronnie." Yep. And Ronnie says hi to everybody. That's nice. So yeah, it's you have a lot. Now let me ask you another question. What do you see as potential clients in your market?
The restaurants, of course, like you say, from the health department list.
Have you looked at the department list?
Yeah, yes, yeah. I have a list of like ones that are close by to me and everything, and those are the ones I was going to be getting out there and starting to approach.
Well,
I thought maybe that.
Have you talked to anybody?
I haven't talked to anybody. I thought I just wanted to get like the Manitowoc under my belt, and then like I was going to create like a promotional card with some Manitowoc ice machines on there and whatever else.
No.
I'll just. Yeah, I'm just telling you what my plan was. I know it's wrong at this point, but I was gonna get a little promotional card to go around and so just start approaching them because I know at least I got some level, some starter training on the Manitowoc, and then that would be the only machine on my little promotional, and then I would whatever else I could do, I would just do it.
Oh God, no. All right. So scratch the pictures. Your promotional material, what size is it?
I was gonna get the larger than the index card.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Now, good idea starting with the health department. You don't need to limit yourself as far because you're starting out with the ice machine cleaning. So they didn't even really cover how you clean the ice machine at all. They don't cover that in training. They don't cover that in Hoshizaki training. They don't cover that in Manitowoc. They don't cover that in Scotsman. They don't cover that in Isomatic. I already know the answer to this, but did you ask the trainer during the break, could he take one of the cubers apart and show you how you should clean it?
I didn't ask him because I watched enough videos so far, plus yours and a lot of other guys that I think that's pretty simple.
Oh, okay. So you didn't even take a machine apart when you were there.
He did take some things apart, but it was stuff that I'd already seen on video.
My friend, no.
Oh no, that's twice already.
Words have meaning. Words have meaning. See, this is why I want you to go on because there's a lot
you're right.
missed. You need to. All right. So I have an assignment for you.
Okay.
All right. So all is not lost. I need you to go to your local distributor. You're gonna have a Manitowoc on the floor, and I need you to take the unit apart. The cleanable items. There are parts that you take apart without tools. I need you to take those apart.
And they'll just let me.
Yeah, you just tell them. You want to take you're getting ready to do a cleaning and you want to practice taking the damn unit apart.
Got it. Yeah.
If anything, like I said before, you contact that trainer. You let that trainer know you did not express to them that you were fresh to the business, and you were a little short-sighted and didn't take the time at the end of class to actually physically put your hands on the equipment. You need to physically, once you put your hands on the equipment, right? It pales in comparison to video.
Got it.
Like when I take someone out, like I'll give you an example of my wife. My wife is like, oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get a couple people together and I'm gonna do a cleaning business, right? We're gonna do the ice machine cleaning. I said, oh, okay, all right, well, come on with me. And I took her on an isomatic, and she couldn't get the unit apart. She couldn't put the unit back together. I took her to a Manitowoc. She couldn't get the unit apart. She couldn't put the unit back together.
Okay.
So, these things need to be the last thing that you should be doing is trying to learn and getting a feel for this stuff on location. You don't have to do that. And Jacob's here. You don't have to do that. You can go to your local distributor. You can call them first. Then they can set up a time, because the stuff is on the floor. They'll tell you which store has Manitowoc on the floor, and that they say, oh yeah, sure. You come by on Tuesday or you come by anytime. Yeah, just if you have a problem with it, one of the guys will put it back together, or so on and so forth. Whatever. But you contact the trainer. Let them know that you didn't think to ask him at the time, to hit you later, that you would like to go out there and try your hands at trying to take off the water trough, trying to take off the, all the cleaning parts, all the parts that are used for cleaning. Those are the ones you need to practice taking apart. And so Jacob says, hold on, Sir Anthony. Jacob says, most manufacturers don't show how to clean any ice machine. Learning how to disassemble them units is step one. Right? That's true. Step one. So you can learn how to properly clean. Please use nickel safe cleaner.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna that is excellent advice. I'm gonna take it one step further. Use the cleaner that the manufacturers recommend for that model. Right? So on the Hoshizaki, it's more expensive, but use the Hoshizaki ice machine cleaner only on the Hoshizaki. Use the nickel safe cleaner only on the Scotsman one. Use the Manitowoc nickel safe only on the Manitowoc. And every manufacturer is going to give you a reason why. And that's because some have a nickel plated coating, others have this spray on, like copper, bronze type stuff. And I've gone to locations where people have used bleach and they say, oh, the stupid ice machine don't work. We cleaned it. And I go, and that evaporator chill plate it's grayer than any Hoshizaki chill plate I've ever seen in my life. And the chill plate is like a isomatic, and it's supposed to be the shimmering gold color. And when I get there, it's this gunmetal gray. I'm like, oh, I look in the bin. And it looked like somebody was panning for gold in the Colorado River. It's crazy. And I have to tell these people, hey, this unit is shot, and this ain't covered under warranty. This is done. It's done, son. It's done. It's done. It's over with. So all those things matter, but make the phone call. They will oblige on it. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. It's the whole reason why they have a machine on location.
Yeah, they have one. They have one. Well, a couple on the floor at the URI, and I got a pretty good rapport with the manager there. I think you're right. Let me on the floor and do what you're saying.
Right. You just let that trainer know that you didn't say, hey, I got this location over here. I like to take one apart, and he's gonna go ahead and talk to URI, and that's gonna speed everything up. That's gonna grease all the wheels. I know you're cool with him and all that, but
Yeah.
you know, you cannot be in the shadows when it comes to these manufacturers. Everyone needs to be in on the loop. You know what I'm saying? Everyone needs to know that you're an option.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to know that you're an option. And so let's see here. Jacob says you can charge more for labor and tell them you'll cover the cost of the chemicals as the carrot. Well, I actually don't even play any games, right? So I had the Manitowoc today. And I charge them for the sanitizer. I charge them for the cleaner, because the Oshizaki cleaner is going to cost you about $100.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Let me see. Let me look that up. The Manitowoc is the cheapest. Manitowoc and Scotsman, you could buy them in smaller quantities, and that you're going to be good. Like Manitowoc cleaner, you can get that as cheap as like $8 for a small tube. Same thing with with some of the other ones, you can get that like Scotsman one, I think $20. Hold on a second, let me cancel this. And you'll have time. Like I said, you got URI carries this stuff, and that's another thing about building up this rapport with these guys. When you're buying cleaner and equipment from them, that's what this whole thing is all about. That's what this whole thing is all about. Hold on one second. Let me see what the Scotsman one. Yeah, Scotsman one, you're looking at, $23, 30, 47, 59. Yeah, so it is their nickel safe cleaner. Now, I like to tell people that you could use other cleaners. Hold on, let me go back to. You could use other cleaners on the components that don't touch the ice. Caveat to that is you have to thoroughly rinse them off. You don't want any of that chemical coming in contact with the cleaning service, because they are specially treated cleaning services. Okay. Jacob says, I got rid of that, but he said, you can do it, man. I used to have the "you can do it" from a water boy. I don't think I have that anymore. I got rid of it. I used that, the Rob Schneider, "you can do it." I used to have that. I don't have it anymore. But so to conserve on that Scotsman one, to conserve on some of that Hoshizaki cleaner, you can actually use commercial. You can actually use bleach. Like, this is on the plastic. This is on different surfaces. Nothing that's going to come in contact with the evaporator plate. That you can do that, and then make sure you rinse that off so that it doesn't come in contact with the evaporator chill plate, any of that stuff. Because as I said in this earlier story, it will wash away their protective coating. They specially treat it. What you went over that in class?
Yes.
I know what the class is. I can give a class verbatim. I got so many of these, brother. I got so many of these. Didn't I tell you were gonna get one? You have all your notes you're gonna take, brother. I can give a class in my sleep. But that class is geared more towards technicians that work on it every day and have been working on it for years. It's they update us, but for you, like I said, you need to actually put your hands on the machine. It's going to do wonders for you. It's going to reduce your stress level. I'm telling you, man, you're going to get over there. You're going to be working on that machine. You're going to think you're going to break it. Right? The instructor went over this one. You know what this one is, right?
Yeah. Yes.
You know what that one is. He went over that. But when you actually do it, It don't feel right.
Got it.
It don't feel right. When you go ahead and you try to take the ice shield off, ice guide, it's gonna feel like it's gonna break. And there's an actual technique to it. It takes, and it's not something that's gonna come to you in a year or 2 years. It takes years before you actually get to flexing and twisting, and it becomes a motion. It becomes a motion where you start doing it, but you're not gonna have that motion. You're actually gonna have this hesitation. You're gonna be hesitant to actually do what needs to be done because you have this fear that you're gonna break this plastic. Everybody has it. You should have seen when I went to the very first isomatic class for the new ice elevation series, brother. Everybody just knew that one of us in class was gonna break the pieces.
Wow.
So, and these are guys that have been doing it for 20, 30 years, and they're, oh shit, that's gonna break. You know, it is just the way it is. So whenever you get a chance, that needs to be first on your list before you do your marketing material, before you do any of that stuff. Man, talk to them about when you can get on over there and put your hands on the machine.
Okay.
Like we were talking about with Hoshizaki, you need to put hands on hips. You know what I'm saying? You have to put hands on hips. I mean, yeah, you can see videos, but when you actually get to doing it, it ain't the same as the videos. It ain't. Everybody think they're gonna be, the next big thing, and it's gonna be like the videos and bow chicka wow wow. No. It's a very ugly affair. Very make it look good. It's a very ugly affair. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. So my advice to you, do yourself a favor and go on down there and practice with it. They sell those units off. Matter of fact, they're going to be selling those units off in another couple of weeks. And
okay.
They're the distributor. So if those pieces get broken, they get paid for it. They get paid for it. That's a warranty item. So they don't care. They really don't care. Oh, and do you have your number? Did you get you have your account signed up, right? So now you can get paid on your Manitowocks.
Yes.
Okay. So there is nothing wrong with turning down a call. There's absolutely nothing wrong. If somebody calls up and it's something other than a keypad or other than like the ice guide is cracked or something, there's nothing wrong with those calls down. Nothing wrong with that. Do you do any refrigeration work at all?
Well, I'm working on. Well, no,
Okay.
but I'm working on the 608.
I didn't need to know what you know. So if especially on the Manitowoc, if they have a thing where they say, oh, the fan motor doesn't work, you got a 50-50 chance that it is a fan cycling switch and not the fan motor. So even on those, for you, I would say to turn those down, because to properly change the fan cycling switch, to properly do it requires seal system work. Now, there's another way that you can do it, but we're not going to talk about it.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
That's only that's only if it's out of warranty. See, so it looks like it's like, oh yeah, fan cycling switch $28. Oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah, but you have to braze that into the system. You're gonna have to recover the charge. So it's for most of us, it's just. But for you, that's gonna be like an 8-hour thing. that ain't. And then Manitowoc on the phone is going to say, oh, you don't need none of that, that Mike Reed said. Just use the pinch-off method. That pinch-off method is not going to serve you well. That pinch-off method is going to cause holes and leaks. And no.
But they said something about not being able to use pinch off on Danfoss. Um, some of the Danfoss parts that they added to the machines
Mm.
because they're stainless steel.
Oh, they're talking about that's not the fan cycling switch. They're talking about the TXVs.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Yes.
That's something different. That's something you're not ready for that. You are definitely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. By
Either.
no means. Yeah.
But that requires a lot more diagnosing. That requires clamps with your meter, whether you're using wireless or whether you use a manifold with clamps, because you want to check the temperature to make sure that there's actually refrigerant going through that line when it's supposed to be or when it's not, and it's a whole thing. So Hoshizaki has it's a Danfoss issue. It's not an isomatic issue. It's a Danfoss issue. It's not a Hoshizaki issue. It's a Danfoss issue. It's not a Manitowoc issue. So guys like to dump on the company that's actually using the components. It's like dumping on a car manufacturer for having bad transmission, and they didn't make the transmission. It's like it's not their transmission; it's somebody else's transmission.
Yeah.
So this is a very similar thing. So that controls the flow of refrigerant, and when that happens, once again, with the checklist, they got bad TXV, and it is not the TXV is sticking and it's not letting refrigerant go through to melt the ice off the evaporator chill plate. The ice gets stuck to the plate. The ice won't drop. You are not going to be able to fix that. If it's still under warranty, then that's when you let somebody else do it. That's one of those things. You say, hey, customer, I'm here to clean the machine. I'm not here to do the repair. The ice gets made, and I'm here to, make sure that the ice machine is fully cleaned. And then another technician can do the repair if it is, something else. If it's a TXV or typically on Manitowoc, it's either going to be dirty or it's going to be a TXV. On Isomatic, it's going to be dirty or it's going to be the TXV. So, Hoshizaki, it could be a separated plate, evaporated plate. But you've heard the grumbling. You heard the grumbling in class.
Yes.
Fill in the blanks. So that's where that comes from. That's where that grumbling comes from, because they spent all that time cleaning the damn machine, and then the ice still didn't fall.
Got it.
This was some horse shit. You probably heard that a time or two in class.
Yeah.
Why did you put that damn thing on there anyway? They should go back to the so and so. So yeah. I like the when they used to run the water over the plate. They'll say all kind of stuff. Yeah, hey, and Brother Frank said it's nothing at all, to just turn a unit that just to walk away. So you have to put that since you're new, you have to put this all in the hands of the customer. It's hey, I do the cleaning, I don't do the repair. I'm just starting out, but I'll clean it, and then this way they won't void your warranty when they come in and say, oh, well, this machine is dirty, that's why it won't work. So that's all the sales tactic you can do to help facilitate that sale, help grease the wheels. And like I said, the health department, it's a good thing to just hit all those up, because they got to be clean whether they work or not. They want those machines clean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, see that disclaimer that you mentioned, that's the small stuff that I'm trying to get in order when I say get my ducks in order, so I can be prepared to hit the pavement. Because I wasn't even thinking about like a disclaimer. My mind wasn't on that just yet. I was thinking about.
You're coming from a world where it's most of the stuff is going to be pretty simple to fix. You're no longer in a babe in Toyland anymore. You're now entering a world where it's a lot of complexity.
Yeah.
It is not designed. It's it's just a lot of complexity to the not compared to what some of the other guys deal with more industrial equipment, but at this level, yes, it is far more complex than an ice maker inside of a Samsung or LG or Liebherr or Bertazzoni fridge. This is a whole different ballgame. Whole different. This is even more involved than a Manitowoc. I mean, than a Marvell undercounter. It's just more involved than a Uline undercounter. So it's you need to protect yourself because the customer is going to say that you did something to their machine was fine. That's why you have to have before and after. You want to take pictures of the machine and the bin. Even if there's ice in the bin, you need to take a picture of that ice. Because you will find that that ice isn't from that machine. They've actually ordered ice. They've had to buy ice.
Oh, okay.
Just because you see ice in the bin doesn't mean that that machine is working. That's why you must set that damn machine working yourself. Now, whether you want to come in right away, turn the machine on, and then go get your paperwork going and all that other stuff, and whatever you want to do, write it up, start talking to people, and then go back to the machine. About a good 15 minutes later, if it's a isomatic or Manitowoc, you can go back to that machine about 15 minutes later. If it is a Hoshizaki, it's going to be about 45 minutes before you need to go back to that machine.
So now their display won't tell on the machine in some regards.
You went to class, brother.
Well, I mean, so that's what I'm saying. So
To class.
I got your checklist. We're definitely going to take pictures and everything. That covers our butt. But even still, they can't cover but so much. I mean, if their machines taking long cycles and all that stuff, it's going to tell on itself.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to beat up on you too bad. Glad you called up. So you get one. You get one.
Okay.
In the manual, and now I do realize, like I said, you get one because when you're sitting here in class, your eyes is glazing over, stuff is going in one ear, right out the other. You don't know what the hell you're listening to. You really don't.
True.
Go over the sequence of operation. The trainer said this to you at least 3 times. The machine won't give you an error code the first time it happens. Sometimes it has to take 2 or 3 times before it's going to give you like an error code on the front that something happened. But when it comes to Manitowoc especially, you have to dive into the programming. With the Manitowoc, you're going to have to go into the diagnostic mode. Then you're going to have to go into the error logs. And if that machine is anything older than 365 days, it's probably going to have like 12 damn errors on there. 12, 14, 35, 45, 65 errors on that damn machine. Easily. So it's gonna long harvest is gonna be there, but why did it have long harvest? It could have been any number of reasons why it had long harvest. You're gonna see TXV errors, and these things are gonna pop up like once. They're gonna be there just like one time, one maybe 2, but those are just starting point. And those are things that you're going to learn later on down the line. But those errors don't stop the machine. Often what happens is, especially if it's a long harvest and the machine shuts off, the customer just comes by, machine's off. What the hell? Hit the button and the machine starts again. And then they walk away. And the ice just comes raining down. It makes ice. It's situation where Maybe it's a cold day, maybe the water, it's not enough water in there. Maybe you have a TXV that had a flake, not, maybe you have a dump valve that had some flakes of scale in there that just so happened to prevent the TXV, just so happened to prevent the dump valve from fully closing. And you had a little bit of water leak through that dump valve. And now you don't have enough water to finish the cycle. What you then end up happening, what you then end up having is you have this winter wonderland on the evaporator plate, and then it doesn't come off the plate. The machine stays running far too long, and then it doesn't come off the plate, things like that. So that's another thing I forgot to mention to you is the dump valve. There's a guy I know, he gets scared to death of the dump valve, but the valve. So it helps keep the water clean in the trough and the sump. It when it goes and it flushes itself, it opens up the dump valve, and then all the water comes out of gets pumped on a Manitowoc. It gets pumped up and out the machine through the dump valve into the drain. And if you have the dump valve that gets stuck in the open position, every time that machine is running, it's going to dump water out and down the drain, and then you'll end up with a long harvest. You'll end up with a couple of the little weird issues. So that's another thing you need to do. You need to check. Now, this is something that they don't cover really in the training class. It's kind of implied already. But when you're doing your checklist, this is another thing you need to add. When you're doing your checklist, is water running down the drain while the ice machine running? If you have water running down the drain while it's making ice, you have a problem. It's a very fixable problem. It's a very simple problem to fix. Very easy. But these are all things you need for your checklist. You need to notate. That's going to facilitate repair. That is not part of the cleaning. Repair and cleaning are two separate things.
Yeah.
When you get your oil change, you don't get a car wash with the oil change. All right. When you get new tires on your car, you don't get a car wash. Same thing here. Same thing here. You're going to go ahead and replace the dump valve. You don't throw that in for free. That is a charge. That is a charge. You're going to charge your service additional labor hours for that, and then you're going to want to charge for the part.
Yeah.
Now, where I get a little creative is I give these parts interesting names. I give them interesting names. I give them interesting numbers. So I don't use. You could use the number that's online. So I'll show you what's on the screen. Let's see here. So, for example, on a cycling switch, it says it's 000135008. I would call this a Manitowoc fan manipulation switch. Part number REE 000135008. Now,
okay.
when you do things like that, so REE 0001358, nothing comes up. Your search did not put any documents. Let's see, Manitowoc. Let's see what comes up. Oh, this appears to be a discontinued or obsolete part. But if a customer comes to you and they give you what is yours? SR the 1SIRA and then 000 1385. You know what I'm saying? Then you know, you say, okay, that was a Manitowoc fan manipulation switch. So let me see. Let me just do this. So now you don't have to argue and fight with the customer.
Yeah.
Well, that still came up when I said fan manipulation switch. So that was still too close. So I mean, like I said, that is actually what it is. It's a manipulation switch. It's manipulating the state whether the fan is on or off. It's manipulating the fan. So you would even have to say something else because that's coming up with the damn cycling switch.
I guess that's the AI kicking in.
Fan control. Let me see what comes up. Still pretty close. So you know what I'm saying? You Google, do a quick little Google search. Fan. Let's see, just to do man switch. Ha! That's a little better. It's a little better. It's a little better. Little better. Let me try. So as you see, you're gonna have to play around with it a little bit. So you're not lying. It is what it is. You're gonna use a different descriptive term. And that prevents the customer from saying, well, I found it for $35 on eBay. Fuck you, damn eBay. Okay? This is well, I'll buy the switch. Get these customers. I'll buy the part. Give me the part. Hey, here it is right there. Oh man, I can't find that part. Yeah, I know you can't find it yet. I know you can't find it. But here's the thing. Now, if they call up Manitowoc, the guys that answer the phone and tech support are gonna laugh and say, no, they're gonna recognize the number. They're gonna, skip all the rest of the stuff. They're gonna recognize the 000138555. They're gonna recognize that part. They'll be like, oh, okay, no, man, we don't have any part numbers like that. They're not lying. They know what the hell part it is, but they don't have any part numbers like that. That's, it is what it is. You need to protect yourself from these unscrupulous ass customers.
Yeah.
Because they will play these kind of games with you and all that. Oh, I'm pretty sure I can find the part somewhere else in the cheaper. I find it cheaper. No, my friend, you're not going to go to do that to me. I give them, a little coded language. You know how to do it.
Yeah.
So, you're going to give them a different descriptive term for the part. And you're going to want to check it because you don't want it to be so on target that it just pops right up. It defeats the whole purpose. So, let me see here. Manitowoc control switch. Let me see here. REE 0000138. What the hell did that thing come up with? I forgot. See, that's still coming up. That's still even the control switch. So, like I said, sometimes it's a little harder to come up with that. Little more difficult to come up with some of these descriptive terms. The more you you really couldn't see it that well. But the more you are involved with the business, the easier it's going to be for you to come up with a colorful term for this, a term that's all your own. And let me just tell you, everybody does it. Everybody does it. So when you go to All Points, and you go to All Points and say, I need a Manitowoc fan control switch, they're going to give you a different part number.
Mm.
And you say, oh, what's that? Oh, that's our part number. That's our part number. So, but if you give them say, hey man, I want to say, hey man, I want this part number. It's as a matter of fact, see, it says it right here. MAN 0000013508 pressure switch. But that's not the part number. The part number is 0000013508.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And all points, theirs is completely different. So let me allow all. All right. So while I'm looking this up, now what is your game plan?
I'm going to contact the trainer from today and tell him what I overlooked and start the conversation with him, and so that I can approach URI to go back in and work on the machine on the floor for the cleaning parts.
Mm-hmm. So now you see on the screen, right? You see on the screen?
Yes.
All points for that same switch, their part number is 8010290.
Wow.
Replaces part number 0000013508. So this is a very common practice in the industry. For when you sell a part, you sell it as your part number. And see, they say they got in Arizona and Vernon Hills. So they just says, fuck Mike Reed. We're only going to keep it in Chicago and Arizona. Because they give me to buy a part. I don't buy the part. So it's not like that. Screw them. And this is how it is with all points. See, they have their own numbering system. So you give them the Manitowoc number, they're going to swap it out with an all points number.
Okay.
So this is not unusual in any way, shape, or form. See, when I put in that part number, it comes right up. And this is one of their other divisions, global industry. Oh, global industrial. Excuse me. Damn, and the price is even higher, $169. See how the prices are? Because prices all over the place. And that's another thing. Don't fall into the trap where the customer says, "Oh, what's usually the price?" Hey, man, it's like the stock market. What do you mean? What's usually the price? The prices are all over the place. What were you paying for gas last week?
Yeah.
Right. What was the stock price of Amazon yesterday? It ain't the same as what it is today. I can guarantee you that. What's gold selling for? I mean, hardly anything is the same price day after day. How much is a head of lettuce? This stuff, it's never ending. I hit them with that. Don't be afraid to hit them with logic.
I'm learning.
To hit them with the truth. That's all it is reality. So the same thing I'm telling you, bar none, that's what I tell to the damn customer. How you going to ask me some stuff like that when you don't even know how much eggs are going to be when you go to the store? You would tell me how much eggs are going to be tomorrow. Shit, then I'll tell you how much this damn part is going to be tomorrow. Shit, how about that? Oh, you okay, my friend? Oh, okay, you're so right. Oh no, I don't know what that was thinking. So, it is what it is. I mean, you don't even know what the price of gas is going to be from gas station to gas station on the same ride that you take every day going from the house.
Yeah.
How often do you use that damn site, Gas Buddy, and all that other stuff? Because it's crazy. Prices are crazy out there. Nobody can figure out what the hell these prices are, much less if they have the stuff in stock.
Yeah.
So I go through that long rant just to let you know you got to be a little more comfortable with this. You're going to get pushback. You want every single advantage, and part of that advantage comes with being comfortable with the equipment.
Yeah.
Most people don't know how to take the equipment apart or put it back together. You need to tackle that. That's the next thing you need to do. And at the same time, it's the next thing, but at the next step that you need to work on is to talk to these people. You need to talk to these people. You don't need to spend now with these index cards that you were doing. How are you producing these index cards?
Well, I was going to get a design first, and then have them print it up. Like I told you, I was going to have the machines on there and make it look nice.
Why?
But then have my company information. They're
What,
trying to
what
be professional.
are you inviting them to a wedding? What is this shit? What are
Well,
you doing? The
just
kids
so I
say
wouldn't, would look, try to look the presentable
no, you don't know. No, because the no company does marketing. None of these
got it.
companies do marketing. You think
Okay,
who did you say was there? Was
Culligan.
Culligan?
Yeah,
Culligan doesn't do marketing like that. Culligan doesn't. No, Culligan sends a person in flesh and bones, and they go to a facility and they talk to people.
got it.
Right? All their marketing material usually has some kind of signage attached to it. yeah, I'm gonna leave this with you here, and you sign there, and you give me a call. That's how that works. That's what their stuff does because these people don't give a damn, right? All they want to
Yeah,
know is, can you get here when we call you? How much was it? right? They want to know how much it's gonna be. They want to
yeah,
know what the prices are. But you don't even the people you're trying to talk to, you don't even know if they have an isomatic or a Manitowoc. You don't know if they have a Follett or a Scotsman. You don't know what they have, and you over there trying to spend money. Look here, man.
yeah. You make a good point.
What printer you got at the house?
Say it again.
What kind of printer do you have at the house?
Epson.
Epson Workforce,
Yes.
7 series, 200 series, 400, 420. What you got?
Well, I don't know off the top of my head.
Oh, the hell you don't. What kind of cartridges are you? What ink are you buying? 222, 720.
Oh man,
Sir, shame. I'm a big Epson Workforce user, so that's why I know. I
got
just
it.
we got a new one that's got the new 222 cartridge. I used to buy the 720s. I used to have a Workforce. I used to have a the double decker Workforce where I could print in carbon copy. So I used to have carbon copy invoices. So in the first deck, it was a double decker. So the first deck would print on the white sheet,
Wow.
and the second deck would print out the yellow sheet, the carbon sheet. And that way, when I did the invoices, I just write them up, and then everybody had their copy. I've since gone away from that. I've gone digital. But matter of fact, hold on. So I just got this one. It was in the van. This is the XP52. No, I haven't cracked them. Hold on, let me get this. I gotta get another black. Oh no, I do have a black. Shit, I'm missing one. I think I'm missing the yellow. I gotta get my yellow.
Yeah. See, now I don't know the numbers. I just know that not off
Shame.
the top of my head.
Shame.
But those look just like mine.
Okay, so my advice to you is to Walmart has the little bullshit. Remember when we were kids and the teacher used to have the paper cutter?
Yeah.
So you already have a Epson Workforce. You use Apple or you use what are you using?
I'm just regular Microsoft.
Okay.
What they call
it? Use your Microsoft Word or use Adobe, use Canva, whatever the hell you want to use. And go ahead and just print out some of these homegrown marketing pages, cut them in half, and then you go ahead and hand them out. Do not go through this added expense. And the fun thing is, once you design your marketing material, you can always send that PDF to FedEx, UPS, You can send that to Walgreens, CVS, and they can print out your stuff.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
vast
That was my plan. You know what I mean?
just do a regular sheet for right now. Just do a regular
Okay.
sheet, in a regular sheet, because most of these people are going to take your paper and put it in a shelf, put it in a drawer somewhere. I've had
Yeah,
customers call me 2 years later because they found my marketing material in a drawer somewhere. They
yeah.
took they took over. My stuff was there. They call. Now I've had other customers that I've given them my marketing material. They had it. They call the manufacturer, and I show up. And I said, wait a minute, why don't you just use the material I gave you? You gave us something? Yeah, I gave you something. I gave you a rather nice something. Yes. But still, they call the manufacturer. So you want to cover all your bases. But don't spend a lot of time on this particular part of your marketing.
Got it.
It is all about face to face. You really essentially want a vehicle to give them your contact information. Put a QR code on there. Put a QR code on that sucker. You know how to get a free QR code, right?
Yes.
Get a QR code so it has all your information. Your phone number isn't a personal phone number, is it?
Right now it is, yes.
Okay,
Well,
you get
I know I have a Google Voice with too.
okay. I was going to say you can go with eVoice, you can go with Google Voice. Well, like Google Voice, you got your notice that they are grandfathering us, and they're eventually going to get rid of Google Voice, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, like, I have eVoice, and I got a bunch of other like online numbers, because it's when you have all these other online numbers, now you know where your marketing is coming from. You know what's working, what isn't, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you might have one. It's the same thing as what Google does with their targeted ads. They say, "Ooh, you put out 4 different type of ads, and in this way you see which ad has better adoption." And you can do essentially the same type of thing with your marketing. You can see like which phone numbers are more attractive to people. Some people like to see the 800 number. Some people want a local number. Some people want to see both. So you do have that. Now, what have you done with your insurance?
Now with that, I haven't set it up for a commercial. Just I was gonna wait until beginning of the year.
Why?
Like I said, I was planning on hitting the ground for in January 2026. Look, right now, I was in the preparatory phase, and I see that was a problem.
Yes, that's a you're you're trying to do this on your terms, not on the customer's terms, not on the client's terms. What happens when you go to the client and they say, "Oh, we have an arrangement with Mike Reed, and that isn't going to be done until February. That's not going to be done until March." What do you do then? You're in the business world. People have contracts. People have things set up. And so what is he saying? He said, Deep. Okay. Oh man, I'm sorry, Deep. I missed a lot of that stuff. Deep was like, done. Okay, yeah. So I guess he was talking about done about the marketing material at home. That's what you want to do. You start today. Do today. Do now. Now.
Yeah.
Because you also need to find out what is going on out there. Yo, Deep. Yeah, we're good, man. I don't know about how you are. Friends. Yep. Just because you give them your information doesn't mean they're gonna use you that very same moment. You start today. It's okay to tell people, yeah, I'll put you on the books for January 1st. Sure. Because remember, cleaning, you're focusing on cleaning, not repair.
Yeah.
only time that they would want cleaning right now is if the health department came out. Then you kind of tweeze that out of them. You say, you need this cleaning right now? Are you under a time crunch? You need this done, like yesterday?
Yeah,
It
and another thing, I still haven't really fleshed out my pricing.
doesn't matter. You're just doing cleaning. You're charging according to your time. What did Frank say? He said, man, hey, sometimes it takes 4 hours, 5 hours. That's something else that you could have started a conversation with the trader. See, right there. Brother Frank said it takes him 4 hours to clean the ice machine. You've seen me do lives.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a 5-minute job. It's not a 5-minute job. It's a labor job. You're charging for labor. The only parts is technically you're charging for material, and that is going to be for your brushes, or any type of sponges, cleaning. The larger companies, they actually charge the customer for the entire cleaning bottle. They charge them by the bottle, not by how many ounces. Like when you buy some of the smaller ones, they have they have measurements on how many ounces. So other people charge them that way. But the larger companies, they charge them for the whole bottle. So you don't have to worry about that. You're doing cleaning, so you're charging. So if you're there 4 hours, then guess what? You're charging for 4 hours plus the service call fee, plus for whatever disposables, whatever consumables, the brush and all that. Hopefully you saw the dollar store stuff. I showed you where those brushes are. You didn't see that? Okay.
No.
So I walk through the dollar store and I tell people, hey, you can get the brushes that you need at the dollar store. There's brushes there. There's towels. There's all kind of items at your Dollar Tree. So it's not anymore. It's $1.50, but they have the brushes, and it's the same brush that you get at your grocery store. It's the same brushes at Home Depot and Lowe's. So you get those brushes for $1.50, and then you charge the customer for those things. Charge for the brushes, charge for the cleaning supplies, charge for everything. So there's nothing really to flesh out.
Got it.
It's cut and dry. You're not doing repair. You specify you're not doing repair, cleaning only, and you charge them for your time. You charge them for your time. You charge them for the service call fee. There's nothing else to flush out. That's why I tell everyone start with that. When you start with the cleaning, you could then branch out. You can branch off from the cleaning, right? You can expand your business from there. Cleaning helps you to get in. It is a profitable thing, especially since you're not promising them anything other than cleaning the equipment. You're not promising them that once you're done, the machine is magically going to work. Work or not work, you're not responsible for that. You're just going to make sure that the unit is clean and all items have been inspected. Oh, small man. So that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So that is what you are going to do.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a lot to do.
No, it's really not a lot. To do your marketing material, it will take you 30 to 45 minutes. To begin with, you can cut those sheets in half with scissors. If you wanted to, you can go to Walmart and get the hold on. You get that paper cutter from Walmart. Yeah. I think it's $8. Now you're going to be cutting each sheet individually.
Yeah. Yeah,
so there it is. Walmart, $12. $12.54. There's a nicer one for Walmart for $21. $12, 15. Oh, nice. 15, 19. So that's if you want a nice straight cut. Or you can just print them out and use scissors from the dollar store or use scissors from Walmart and cut them in half. Now, word to the wise, the bigger the sheet, the better. The smaller the marketing material, the easier it is for them to misplace it and lose it. So you got the right idea. Bigger than a business card. Bigger than a business card is best.
Okay.
Half sheet is still iffy. A pamphlet is a booklet is usually best. And what would go into your booklet would be general pricing as far as a service call fee, your certificate. You got your certificate from Manitowoc because everybody has to line up at the end of class and get their certificate. So get your certificate. You want to get your Epson workforce and you want to scan the damn certificate and you want to give out copies of the certificate.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. So that right there, you could still take the certificate and, take it on Adobe, take it on Microsoft Word, take it on Canva, and you can shrink it down into half. And then, so now you have 2 on each sheet. You can give that out, staple it, whatever the hell you want to do and give that out or make that part of your half sheet is the certificate is on there. So your company name, phone numbers, all that kind of stuff, ice machine cleaning, and then a significant portion of that marketing material is your certificate.
Got it.
So now, so like I said, you want to hit everybody up that's relatively close, everybody that's within 2 miles of you. You want to hit them all up. Gas stations, hotels. You want to hit them. The daycares and things are not really open to men coming by. But if you wanted to mail those, if you wanted to have a woman drop those off, those are always good places to contact. The private schools, the daycare, stuff like that. Public schools have their own people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard you say that before in other videos.
Yeah.
Public school.
Yeah. So let me see here. Let me hit you with this.
But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Yeah, I haven't used that in a long time. Mm-hmm.
I guess I earned it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
English, do you speak it?
Mm-hmm.
So you understand what I'm saying to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Yes. So now that you've been aware of so many things that were unknowns, what are some things that you are now got your mind firing? So you learn not to spend any damn money on this beginning marketing material.
Yeah, well, that was a big help right there.
You learn that you need to go down to URI and put hands on hips.
Yes.
You already know about the health department.
Yes.
So what else? And you learn to start tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. Just start.
Mm-hmm.
Not 2026 right now.
This is number one problem.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So.
Well, thank you.
No problem. You're here regularly, so know that you're You're ready to go. I knew that there was something holding you back. And then you said that you were going to go ahead and go to class. And I know that's a very nice area. So I'm like, well, there's no reason to hold him back. Without the insurance, you can't service the mall.
Yeah.
So a lot of those places want it. So no one's going to shoot you for calling and inquiring about insurance.
Yeah. No, it's not a problem.
They're not gonna come to your door with pitchforks and torches if you call them to find out what insurance, because you already have insurance on residential, right?
For the residential stuff, yeah. Just
fun fact. One of the viewers called to thank me because his insurance dropped when he added commercial.
Yeah, I think I was on the I was on that live.
Yeah, so he called and he was like, yeah, his insurance dropped quite a bit. And I said, you didn't ask him, what about 50-50, did you? He said, no. He said, man, I should have. I said, yeah, you can always call him and ask him. So your insurance is with who?
Right now, I just got it through State Farm.
State Farm is doing insurance again. Okay.
That's that's where I got my vehicle through. And
okay, well, this stuff is always in flux. Sometimes they want to do it, sometimes they don't. And yeah, I've been with State Farm since I was 15 years old, but off and on. But yeah, so you would ask them. Everybody does commercial. It's the residential insurance that's expensive, because when you do commercial, you don't have to worry about scratching floors. You don't have to worry about scratching walls. You don't have to worry about flooding places. Typically, you don't. Stuff like that, because there's usually floor drains for most of these places. So, I mean, when you deal with some hotels, you don't always have a floor drain. But you have a lot. The opportunity for property damage has been drastically lowered if you're doing commercial.
Yeah, I was happy to hear that.
Yeah, so the thing you want to do is call your insurance provider and say, hey, I'm thinking about getting into commercial. Do you guys do commercial? Oh, you do commercial. Okay. Do you mind giving me a quote on what my insurance would be if I did insurance? So they're going to go through these questions. So how much residential to commercial are you going to be doing? 10% commercial, 25, and
yeah, I was thinking 70-30 is what I would try to go with. Yeah.
70 commercial, 30 residential. So
yeah,
you would ask.
My thought.
Yeah, you would ask them, say, hey, yeah, I'm trying to transition out of residential into the commercial. What would my premiums look like if I went 70-30 toward the commercial side? And then they're just going to give you, it's not like they're going to change your insurance.
Yeah.
So those are the different things you have to look forward to. Once again, all this stuff only takes minutes.
Yeah.
Nothing I told you takes anything besides the ice machine. The only thing that takes time is the ice machine cleaning. Your invoices. How do you have your invoices set up?
I haven't gotten that set up.
So what are you doing now? What kind of invoices are you using now?
Well, see, I don't do any COD.
Oh. Okay, you could try chat. You could try some of the online AIs, and they can generate invoices for you that you would then print out with your Epson Workforce.
Yeah.
Like I said, but I typically have my stuff electronic, so now I just use the iPad. I have all my stuff on Excel, and I do an Excel template, and then I work on it in Excel, and then export it as a PDF, so that my so that my customers don't make any changes to it. Export it as a PDF to them, and then they take it from there. Nowadays, most of the clientele that I deal with, they're multiple operation clientele. So it's not like the person that's getting the invoice is the person that's actually paying the bill. So typically, I'm sending the invoice to multiple people.
Okay.
So an operations manager or a local manager, then accounts payable, and it goes to like 3-4 damn different people.
Yeah, like you say, a standard template, which should be a good place to start for something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because I mean, with this, it's like
AI whips them up in a second.
Yeah, I saw your videos on the AI, and I'm like with even with the training today, I was just trying to take a lot of the pictures, get my face in them and everything, like you say, so I can start teaching the system once I start going down that direction.
Well, you're gonna have those pieces at URI. You can always take pictures there.
Yeah.
But it is good to have the picture where you're in the room with everybody and all these people, and the trainer is in the background, and you're taking a picture like that with everybody in the background. You gain a level of legitimacy.
Yeah.
You're not some fly by night, and then you're actually someone who can call Manitowoc, call Hoshizaki, call Scotsman. You're not going to be that, because that's the worst thing in the world for them, is that you're going to be that guy that's going to stand there and just, I don't know what to do. Oh, it's broken. And they charge you money, and then they're gone. That is their biggest fear. But when they realize that you can call the people that actually made the equipment, they're more at ease with doing business with you.
Yeah.
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 So you're gonna do what tonight?
Tonight.
Yeah.
Well, tonight. Tonight. Well, I've been staying up later for your program.
Excuses.
Because I mean, I have a day job, and then I've been doing that residential part time.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this and that endeavor.
Yes, yeah. This is, it's pissed.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Man, you gotta bruh. You gotta, bruh. So tomorrow, how far is URI from your home?
It's like 20 minutes.
Do you have any potential clients on the way to URI or coming back?
Plenty.
There's nothing that says that you have to spend an hour there. You can go there and spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then go back.
Yeah.
No one touches that machine. I guarantee you that. No one touches those machines. No one touches them. No one touches them. They just sit there collecting dust. They just sit there. And that's a new thing for URI, by the way, because URI just started carrying Manitowoc. They used to be continental and isomatic only.
Okay.
And so this recent agreement that they have is that now, and when I told people that, they thought I was crazy. But this is a new development for URI to carry Manitowoc. They've always been, did I say isomatic? I meant to say Scotsman. They were always a Scotsman ice machine and continental refrigerator location. Reason for that is they're actually owned by Continental Refrigeration.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's one of those things like the car companies. So URI is the parts division of a much larger company. It's a private owned company. but it's an air conditioning company. URI is the parts to support the air conditioning company, and URI is the parts house to support Continental refrigerators. So those three entities are all one. And so now they've thrown Manitowoc in the mix because they carry Everpure. They have a contract with Everpure. Everpure now owns Manitowoc, which they covered in class.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So tonight, it's 10 o'clock. 10
Yeah.
o'clock. Are you going to spend the 15 minutes to make your marketing material?
Oh, I don't want to get on here lying, Mike.
Okay, so if you're not going to do that, are you going to make the effort to swing by URI tomorrow? You're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. The screwdriver, did they give you a screwdriver?
Yeah, I have a screwdriver they gave me, but I have tools in my car.
Yeah, but you don't need it. That's another thing. You don't. Okay, so you're only going to need the smallest of pliers, and that's to get the little water distribution tray off, and then you're gonna need a screwdriver to get the door open. Excuse me, to get the door open. So that's all you're gonna need, and then you can get in there and do all that stuff. You don't need to spend 2 hours in there, 4 hours in there. You only need to spend 5-10 minutes. And if you have a hard time putting it back together, maybe the guys are able to put it back together. Maybe it sits there sits in the bin and stuff until the head sales guy comes around.
Yeah. I don't see any problem with getting this thing apart or putting it back together. But like you say, I'm going to legitimately put my hands on it so that I can say it's done.
Listen to me.
Okay. All right.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You know, do your thing, brother. I've seen many people attempt to do this stuff, and everyone has this same can do. I'm gonna do it. And they get there, and they're like, "Oh no! Oh!" So you know.
In fact, that's easier said. You know, I think that's going to be easier to accomplish than in the next 15 minutes me doing this promotional material.
Okay. Well, the promotional material is just your business name, just your business phone number, an email address, and then you're going to take an image certificate and you're going to put that on there large enough so people can see and large enough so they can see your name. You know, like I said, that's it. Just the contact information, the certificate, because the certificate means more than an image of the ice machine.
Got it.
So you went, you spent your $30. Let that $30 work for you. And if anything, maybe you take some pictures of the booklets and put that on your marketing material because people love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's a machine, bro. The machine, you'll find out these machines look different every time you go somewhere. They look slightly different. So the booklets, the certificate, that speaks volumes to the customer. Hey, this guy really knows his stuff, man. Look at this stuff.
Yeah.
But like I said, once again, you want to specify you are doing cleaning.
Yeah.
Cleaning. So that's one of the things you want to do. You put that, like I said, this takes a few minutes to do. The amount of time I spent talking about it, you actually could have created that bit of marketing material. And like I said, you only need to print out. I mean, you're only gonna do. It would be very impressive if you went to 5 different places in a day, because it only takes one customer to say, "Oh yeah, sure, come with me. I'm going to show you what we got. Come take a look at this." And then 30, 45 minutes to take it up by you going there, open up the cover, taking a look, you know what I'm saying, looking in the bin, listening to the compressor, the machine run, and and then listening to them tell you, oh yeah, this ice only makes so and so ice, and sometimes it's slow, and sometimes we'll come in, the ice is hanging and it doesn't want to drop, and sometimes it's frosted, and you looking to see where the filters are, because that's always a hide and seek game. Find out where the damn filters are. Where your ice? Where's your water filters? Water filters? Yeah, for the ice machine. Where your filters at? Oh, I don't know if we got our filters. I think Culligan changes our filters. Show me where your filters are, and then you got to go walking around with them. So it is not as cut and dry and simple as what you think. And so, like I said, you got to take pictures. You want pictures of their model and serial number. You want pictures of their filter. So when it's time to do their filters and all that stuff, you have it. You don't have to ask someone at the location. Could you go on over there, Mahmoud, and tell me what number is over there? Oh, it's ever pure. He's like, oh, what's this guy talking about? I don't know what they dare to do. Jesus. So if you're already going to be there, it's best to get all this information while you're there. And you never know where one of these engagements leads to. So that's why I say it's very rare that you're ever going to do 5 introductions in a day. That's kind of rare. That's really rare. That means you're really striking out. You're really striking out if you're doing 5 introductions in a day. So I go through all that to say, you do a couple of sheets. You said you're going to cut them in half. And you do your little spill on there with your name, your contact information. Your certificate is on there. And away you go. So you got a URI 20 minutes away from you. You got your training, your advertising material to do.
Yeah.
Oh, and you need to do a damn invoice.
Yeah. Yes.
So keep it simple, keep it basic, and you're going to modify it as time goes on, because it's going to be easier for AI to make an invoice for you, make it a full page, and you just tell it to make you one, and then you could tweak it and then have them export it as an Excel sheet, and then that way you can make the changes you need to, or make it as a Word, or sometimes you can make it as a Word and do it that way. So what we got here? First thing I do when I get a call. Yes. So let me see here. Yeah. He gets it. So first thing this person does when I get a call, you take a picture of that model number. Yes, because you want that serial number, you want that model and number of that filter for that ice machine. For their water filter. So you want that, and sometimes it's on a counter, and then the water filter is below the cabinet. Sometimes it's somewhere in, and then the water filter is behind the ice machine. Sometimes it's like at McDonald's and other places. It's a whole wall of filters. It's nowhere by the machine. And you're in Pennsylvania, so you get some of these places that it used to be owned by corporate America, and now mom and pop have it, and they're they're living the corporate lifestyle. So do something. Start something. And just make sure you speak to these people, the hotels. Just start. You just have to start introducing yourself. So, with hands on hips and introduce yourself. This sounds like a dating show.
I'll go with that.
But we've been on here for 2 hours and 14 minutes. All right. Let me put my shameless plug. This is how we keep this show going, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I have information on here. Oh, you know what? I hate it when the show goes good because I never get to the industry news. I had all these magazines I was gonna go and talk about with everything that was going on, but this is good. This is good. This is what really matters. So down below is how you contribute to the show. If any of what I've presented to you guys helped at all, I'm grateful. But just like Sir Anthony, I need you guys to get out there and start making money because many of you guys are being keyboard warriors, and that shit ain't cool. It's about to be 2026. You need to get out there. You need to be out there. As they say online, you need to touch grass.
Yeah.
You need to touch some grass. So there needs to be a whole nother generation, a whole nother set of people out there making their own videos of them out in the field, doing stuff, meeting clients, and you'd be surprised at how quick this happens for you. It only takes like one or two nice size clients. You know, if you stick with somebody that's a regional, local client, maybe they have 4 or 5 restaurants, you'd be surprised. If they have 2 ice machines and they got 10, 5 locations, that's 10 ice machines. And that keeps you pretty busy. That keeps you pretty busy. Then once you get in there, then you start with your preventative maintenance, cleaning the condensers on all their refrigeration. Because once you're there, you're cleaning, and when it's going through these other cycles, you get a chance to look at some of this other stuff. Start taking pictures like a Japanese tourist.
Yeah.
And on the picture, say, "Hey, man, this thing is all blocked up, clogged up, man. While I'm here cleaning ice machines, I can go ahead and hit up all your refrigeration, drop your electricity bill. Health department will get off your case. You won't have as many piece of equipment breakdown on you." And then they start thinking. They say, "Yeah, the guy's already here already. What's a couple bucks each unit?" And so now you're increasing your service ticket, $50 each condenser. And you were already there for an ice machine. Now when the ice machine is running during the clean cycle, you're cleaning 4 or 5 other condensers on other refrigeration. So there's things you're going to get into. There's going to be other opportunities, but start with the ice. Start with the ice, and you're going to do what tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm going by the URI.
All right. That is the first step. That's the first step. That is the first. Yes, sir. All right. Well, and if there isn't any other questions, I think, you know what? I'm probably gonna have to add another day. I think in 2026, I'm probably gonna have to add another day. Do you guys like the daytime broadcast or the evening broadcast better?
Evening works for me.
I know. The evening for most of us. Well, for me to grow, for me to get a little more consistency, I do get more subscribers the more I'm online. Yo, Brother Jacob, how you doing? How you doing though, man? Ready for the holiday? Yes, I am. I am ready for the holidays. Crazy holiday for me. I don't know about you. So Jacob is out there in California. So his Christmas is Christmas lights on palm trees. I don't know. It's nothing like brother Sir Anthony over there. You got a real Christmas tree over there, Anthony?
Real Christmas all day long.
Real Christmas. Yeah, because it's probably what, 40 degrees over there or something? 50?
Oh no. We're like we're freezing. We're at freezing point now.
Oh, my daughter would love that. My daughter would love that. 75 degrees today. We were 75 degrees.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll have, every year they get later and later with these damn Christmas trees. They just started bringing out Christmas trees I want to say like Monday or Tuesday.
Oh wow.
And even still, I don't know if there's a Christmas tree shortage or what. I don't know, Jacob, do you have Christmas trees out there where you at? Because here we had a shortage on, I don't know if it was like last year or what. Because last year I didn't get a Christmas tree until late also. So I don't know if it's a water shortage or what. I have no idea. No, there's no longer a Christmas tree shortage. So I don't know why. I don't know why it was so. There was a Christmas tree shortage, but they say it's not this year. I don't know why it was so late this year. So normally because my daughter is older now, I used to always give a Christmas tree like Thanksgiving. I would have.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Ronnie. All right, man. I'll catch you next week. I'm on Mondays and Thursdays, and then I go live throughout the day. And so Jacob says, man, I'm in a pocket. Oh, California. We get lights on. Oh, you get lights on oil rigs. Okay. 41 degrees. Okay. Okay. What are you higher up in the mountains or something?
Northern California?
Northern California. Yeah, must be. Yeah, they got trees, but they ship them out to parking lots and Home Depot. Yeah, last year I bought my Christmas tree from Lowe's. It was a little raggedy Christmas tree too. Man, inflation's a bitch. Man, you used to get a really nice Christmas tree for $100. This year, I mean, well, not this year, but last year I got a Christmas tree for $100. It looked like Charlie Brown's Christmas. Man, it was a sad little sight. For $100, I'm like, man, I'm damn near at the point where I'm ready to buy a plastic tree, man. I'm damn near at that point. Oh, he said he's Central Valley. Yeah, Baker,
okay.
Right? Yeah, I know, like corn. Yeah, because all right, so Jacob is out there with Appliance Boss. Yeah, Bakersfield. So when I was in grammar school, like everybody went out to Bakersfield in the 80s. They left Chicago, went to Bakersfield. Because like he works with Appliance Boss, and like Appliance Boss is from Indiana, about 30 minutes from where I'm from. 30, 40. I don't even want to say 40 minutes. Let me see here. Okay, I just missed a message. Hold on a second. Let me go back. Oh, it's a legal trucker shortage, huh? Oh, okay. Is that what it is? Because it was just so weird.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because here in Houston, I would drive around, and I mean, I'm seeing Christmas tree places, all the places that sell plants and stuff, the nurseries, they all like flood their places with Christmas trees. And then here in Pearland, Texas, we even had like mom and pop Christmas tree people, and they would set up these big, huge tents and stuff, and you walk through. It's almost like a Halloween, like a fun house. And you like walking through all these damn trees. But I haven't seen those. I haven't seen those in the last 2 years. And it's usually a thing where I take my daughter, and then we go and I take pictures in front of the tree, like, oh, which one you want to pick out? She's such a girl. She don't give a damn about anything but makeup. She don't care. All she want to know is when I'm going to give her a gift certificate to Sephora or one of these other damn places. They're awful. You got any kids?
No.
Oh, yeah, yeah, bro. No, you ain't.
No.
It is one of those things, man. It's the world. It is. It is just one of those things. Let me see here. Cheesecake Factory. The Cheesecake Factory is closing locations. So over there in your neck of the woods, the Cheesecake Factory is closing one in Baltimore.
Okay.
Yeah, so here's the story right here about the one in Baltimore. Here in Houston, there's some other places closing, not exactly Cheesecake Factory. Now, for the average person, like 90% of the people that watch this content that I'm putting out, we don't service Cheesecake Factory, right? These are clients for much bigger service companies. They do nationwide ice machine cleaning contracts, that kind of stuff. So we don't really deal with that kind of thing. Now, fun fact: Top Golf. See, this one is going to close. So the Grand Lux, which is part of the Cheesecake Factory, so they're closing. They're closing in Houston. That's what I had wanted to talk about. There. Why is this thing moving? Hold on, let me make it. Oh, I didn't realize this damn screen wasn't so big. Their rates are too low. Oh, you're in Seoul. Oh, nice. Oh, SoCal. I thought he was from South Korea. Oh, he's in SoCal. Yeah, the rates are too low. Yeah. So we got So here in Houston, the Grand Lux is closing, and that's in January. So Cheesecake Factory, Grand Lux, it's all the same. Washington D.C. is closing one. Where is this one at? This is from the Sun. Goodbye. So they're not giving us a full. Yeah, that's still the Baltimore. Grand Lux. So you're going to hear a lot about store closings in the next 2 months. A lot. You're going to hear a lot about store closings. These location closings have nothing to do with us, because these are clientele that would never entertain you anyway. It's typically what we would consider too big to fail. A lot of American truckers are trying to find a new way to make it. Yes, I know. I watched the trucker content. I was just watching Mark the Mentor before I came on. And Ken is. I'm from Maywood. Ken, I'm from Maywood. So West Side. But yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. So you don't have to concern yourself with these. And we are so grossly understaffed, I guess is a way to put it, that most of these locations that you go by can close and it wouldn't affect you in the least bit. It wouldn't affect you at all. Like I said, your people that are currently out here working, they're doing universities, they're doing hospitals, they have to do municipalities, the police stations, and all that kind of stuff. All these different, city buildings and whatnot. People are tied up. People are tied up. We can't get to all the places that we need to get to. So you're going to hear a lot, because in this country they have overdeveloped. And so they've overdeveloped a lot of stuff with, and we have a labor shortage. So just like he was saying here about the trucks. Oh, yeah, Maywood. NC, what the hell's that? All right, hold on. He was saying that, so just like Ronnie was talking about the truckers, and the truckers are looking to get in, brother. Let me make myself bigger. Even if every trucker came on this side and tried to get into the business, you still would have people. You still have to have a learning. They have to go through the learning curve. So they still have to learn this equipment. They have to go through and get comfortable with the environment. And then it's the work pace and the workflow itself. You are actually it's not, it's no longer just driving from A to B. It's from A to B, then you get out of the truck, and then you got to go ahead and set up all your equipment inside the facility and do work. So it's like doing a contract where you're delivering furniture and then you have to build the furniture, like you're doing an IKEA or something like that. It's more akin to that type of thing, just with electricity. So I'm trying to prepare you guys that you're going to see a lot of places closing, and even with this, there is still a lot of opportunity because the auction sites are the auction sites. I just had a payway. I just had a payway close right around the corner from me. And that's part of PF Chang's. I didn't even know that was their fast food concept.
Oh wow!
Yeah, my daughter liked it, and it made sense because I had liked PF Chang's. It's P-Way closing, and so yeah, so this is going to show, yeah, that they are closing a number of locations: Ohio, Louisiana, New Jersey. So Texas is currently on the chopping block, but it looks like they've been closing across the country for quite a while. With that being said, it's sort of like a forest fire. One thing burns down, and out of the ashes springs new sprouts. So that's typically what you see. We got a lot of new concepts coming, and then too, like I'm inheriting quite a bit from these other large service companies that can't handle the current workflow. So I'm supposed to be picking up about another 30 or 40 Popeyes. Supposed to be picking up some more Zaxby's and quite a few other locations. And that is purely because the other service companies in my market just they can't keep up. They're busy with what they've got, and they have to make choices on what they're going to cut loose. And I'm currently the beneficiary of that. So a lot of you guys are going to be the beneficiary of these other service companies cutting clients loose in 2026. It just has to happen. It has to happen. So Ken says he's from NC. I don't know what the hell NC is. Is that North Side or what? What type of, all right, so Ken says, what type of service would you start working on the side if you had mechanical experience? I work full-time for a university. All right, like NorCal Dave. So I always tell people ice machine cleaning. That's what I'm talking with Sir Anthony right now. I'm telling him about ice machine cleaning. Yeah. So yes. So Ronnie agrees with me. He says, no, I wouldn't advise them to get into this. It's too long of a process to get trained. They need Todd now money. They need tall. I guess he's trying to say they need tall money now. They need tall now money now. I guess he's saying they need big money now. So what I have to say about that is make 6 figures doing ice machine cleaning. That's what Sir Anthony's getting ready to do now, because you're charging for your labor. You don't have to worry about parts. When we're doing repair, if I go out and I tell them the ice machine is going to work because I'm doing a repair, and it's the condenser fan motor went out, I check everything. I replace the condenser fan motor, and then the machine still doesn't make ice. You know what I'm saying? Now I got even more stuff to do. It's so unpredictable. But if you're only doing ice machine cleaning, win, lose, or draw, you're doing ice machine cleaning. You don't guarantee that the machine is going to drop ice, right? If it's making ice before, yes, it's going to make ice after I'm done. Otherwise, I got to take care of that. But if I check it and it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean it. And if it doesn't make ice, I'm going to clean That doesn't guarantee that because not our cleaning is going to make ice. That's why he's going to have that in his paperwork. Oh, North Carolina. Where you from, Durham or something? Raleigh, Durham? Everybody's from North Carolina, man. I swear to God, that's like the most sparsely populated place. For everybody and their mama's from North Carolina. I swear to God. I swear to God, everybody's from North Carolina. You go to North Carolina, you don't see nobody. You see red dirt and Christmas trees every day everywhere. Of course, and he's from Raleigh. And he's from freaking Raleigh. You know, damn hills and snow and sliding down hills in Raleigh. Man, please. It's nice. I will say that. I had always said I wanted to retire in South Carolina. It was a little warmer than Raleigh, because Raleigh still gets like a blanket of snow on the ground. But yeah, there's money to be in ice machine cleaning. Ice machine cleaning is the gateway. So you don't have to, in ice machine cleaning, you don't have to worry about this long learning curve. It's easier to set up contracts with ice machine cleaning. You're gonna get your money no matter what. When you show up, you're gonna leave with money in your pocket. You show up, you're gonna leave with money in your pocket. Oh Jesus! Everybody's from freaking yeah. Hey man, everybody say they're from Raleigh. I swear to God, yeah, some of the smallest airports you ever seen in your life. I come from the time when they used to have U.S. Air, and man. Dude, Raleigh Durham Airport used to have the smallest damn Ember Airs, and now everybody and their mama say they're from North Carolina. Yo, okay, so Ronnie says he's all over it, and you're a universal HVAC tech. Okay, at the school, because I know a lot of New Bern. I know a lot of techs that work for these like universities and private schools and whatnot. I got offered positions like do I make the sacrifice for my daughter? There's a very prestigious school here in Houston. I say it's called an Audi school, and they like guarantee that your kid gets into like Harvard, Yale, Dartmouth. You know, if your kid attends their school, and it's like 50 grand a year for high school, 50, 60 grand. Yeah, I think it's like 60 grand. And so they offered me, they say, hey man, we want you to come, work for us at the school. And then your kid will be able to go here. I was like, you're gonna pay me 58 grand or 60 grand. I forgot what it was, 80 grand or something like that. Yeah, I think it was like 80. But then I still got to pay. It was so weird. It was like still had to pay tuition. It was only a slight. Like I might as well pay for the damn thing. I might as well pay for it. But I go through all that to say yes. I know a lot of people get into working for universities and schools because their kids get to go to school for free. So I don't know if that's Ronnie's situation, but I know a lot of people get in. They get wrapped up into it that way for the kids. But my daughter don't give a shit. My daughter only cares about makeup. She don't give a damn about makeup. So I'm gonna have to just bite the bullet and pay for school and extra stuff. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. So all right, I got to address a little bit because I know the guys are gonna start hearing. They're gonna start hearing the chatter. Oh, I don't have that anymore. They're gonna start hearing the chatter about restaurants closing, and they're gonna start freaking out. But don't freak out because it has nothing to do with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. It's actually, oh, there it is. It only affects these large service companies, but even with that, they don't really care. They don't really care because they're having such a hard time. Just so you know, these extremely large entities they don't want anything to do with you. If you're a small independent, they don't want anything to do with you. You can't do 45-day net billing. You're not doing any of that stuff that they are comfortable with doing, right? So those guys, yeah, those guys, they want you to, they say, hey, we pay every 45 days. As a small independent, I need my money. I want to go out. I want to get paid right then and there. Give me Zelle. Give me an ACH. I wait till tomorrow for the damn ACH. I'll take credit card. I'd rather not. And that's some things you might want to put on your marketing material. Because a lot of let me hip you to something. These large service companies, corporate America, they don't take check. Oh, you're 1099. Yeah, they don't. You can't give them cash. Those large companies, that guy that work for Culligan and oh damn, my stuff is starting to glitch. The guy that work for Culligan and stuff like that, you can't pay them cash. They don't take check. So that is where you slip in. Is that if you're willing to take check. Now, some places you actually have no choice, like with Embassy Suites, not Embassy Suites, I mean La Quinta, and some of those places, they only pay with check. You get the occasional owner or manager that will pay with a credit card, but the vast majority of the time they're going to pay with a check. They don't pay with the check right then and there. It typically takes 1 to 2 business days. So you would give them the dollar amount, let's say on a Monday, and then when the check comes in on Tuesday or Wednesday, you tell them to call you when the check comes in, and then you do the ice machine cleaning. I tell them, I don't need to have the check in my hands. I just need to see that you have the check. Once you have the physical check, I see that you have the physical check, I'll go do the ice machine cleaning. You can look and see that the ice machine cleaning has been performed and then it's dropping ice, and then I will come back and I will go to the front and pick up my check from the front desk. Because if that damn check, they don't release that check, guess what? I take my ass on back there to that ice machine and I take some stuff apart. So the damn ice machine don't work.
Nice.
And with that, I'm gonna leave you all. I do enjoy spending this time with you all, but I too am tired. It's 9:43 for me. It's 10:45 for you guys on the 10:43 for you guys on the East Coast over there in North Carolina. All 50,000 of you in freaking North Carolina, the freaking New York. Might as well call North Carolina New Amsterdam, for God's sakes. Jesus Christ. But hey, and Sir Anthony, thanks for having the courage to come on up here and talk with me in front of everybody. I do appreciate that.
Well, thanks for the encouragement and your time.
Well, start tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right. And with that, we are out of here. Peace.
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
All right. Let me see here. I got another one.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah.
Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this and that endeavor. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high on hopes. Be high on hopes.
Let's talk about something important. Are they all here?
All but one.
Well, I'm going anyway. Let's talk about something. And I'm here on a mission of mercy.
I got your attention now? Good.
A, B, C. A always, B, B, C closing. Always be closing. Always be closing. Let's talk about something important.
Oh. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.